Well, hello everyone! I hope you're all doing well today. Still a tad bit sick, but definitely feeling much better than the last couple of days. And I'm pretty sure today is going to be the last stream for the year. A bit sad, but we're going to leave it off on a high note. And hopefully finish off all of the main story plots with the Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. We got the championship belt we gotta deal with. We have to go battle Cassie and see what Professor Turo's hiding in the laboratory. So, let's see. I think we should be ready to start off on that. Up, up. And I remember how to do this. There we go. Alrighty. Hello. And I figured today, for the last stream, we might as well have the face cam on as well. So, hello everyone. Let's see. I think, depending on the time of the day, because it said that we had to go meet Cassie at dusk. I can't remember what time we left off at. Up. Up. Oh, perfect, it is dusk. That's good. So, we can go challenge... I think we should start off with challenging Cassie first. Instead of U5, get a nice prize. Alrighty. Oh, and I guess, by the way, if you want the sound up a little more or down a little bit, just let me know in the chat. Because I've been messing around with the sound. I can't tell. I think it sounds alright at the moment. But if it's different for you guys, just let me know. And I can fix that. In the meantime, see, I'm pretty sure Cassie was at the school, right? Yeah, 18. If nothing else, we can just head back to the school and fly. Yeah, there it is. Challenge from Cassie. We can start off with that and see if we can actually take her down. Let's see, what is our team currently looking like? Willie up front. Yeah, Willie's probably a good one to stay. Yeah. You know, I actually want to start with Smiles. I think Smiles is a good all-arounder. But why don't we go actually meet Cassie? What's up, Nav? Hey there, Clive. Yep, that's my name. Actually, no. It's time for me to bring this little performance to an end. Allow me to reveal my true identity. Yeah. Ah! Oh my god, that's not Professor, Director Calvel. Could not have believed it. I do apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. In truth, the boy you knew as Clive was none other than the director of Yuva Academy, Mr. Clavel. I'm in complete shock. That can't be possible. Yes, I know this might be quite the shock. My disguise was perfect, after all. Regardless, there is still one more astounding truth I must reveal to you. Oh! True identity of Cassiopeia, the big boss of Team Star, was me all along. Weren't you two in the same room? No, yeah, that's impossible. Honest to goodness. When I heard Cassiopeia over the phone, that was actually a pre-recorded voice. Oh my! I pulled it off using, you know, one of those High-tech gizmos. Oh yeah, it was very clever. So, Master Navillow, now that you know I am the big boss, that means there's just one thing left to do. Face me in one final showdown to decide it all. I was not expecting that twist. Ah. I guess that kind of makes sense how they had so much OP then. But, yeah, I was not expecting him to be technology enough to do that. Wow. I am Cassiopeia of Team Star. With this battle, I will finally bring Operation Starfall to an end. Oh, and level 60 as well. Okay, so it is Psychic. Which we do have Mega Horn to take it down, but I think it will knock us out in one shot. So, I'm actually going to switch over to Ivy. Also a little concerning that he is level 60. But hopefully should still be fine. No, not Reflect. Crap, all of our Pokemon are physical attackers. Yeah, ooh. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to deal with sleep now as well. I think we should be fine, though. Yeah, if all you know is foul play, we should be good. Even if we do fall asleep. I would like you to wake up, Ivy, because I don't want you to take too much damage against this guy. Alright, the Reflect wore off, so if we wake up now, we should knock it out. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's one down. Bomb of Snow. That's ice and grass. So it's probably going to set up an ice-type move. It started to... Oh, that means its defense is going to be bigger. Okay. Well, probably switch into Pyro. And, yep, there we go. Get a good Fire-type move off, so that should knock it out. Yeah, that's not going to help you out. Although it might help your stronger against physical and special. Forgot it does that. Hopefully it should still knock it out. Yeah, alright. There's two down. Gyarados. Ugh. Now this is a big iffy. Yeah, Intimidate, I figured that goes. What are the odds that we need? Actually, we got Smiles. Smiles should have absorbed the water-type move that's coming in. Although it does know Earthquake, so... Or it can learn it. We might have to be wary of that. Aha, Aqua Tail for the win. Does not heal. Maybe a good poison? Oh, that's not very effective. Okay, good thing we didn't switch into Willy. Might be good just to Toxic it. Because I don't think we're going to... It's good results from just... Yeah, probably a good idea to get Toxic out. Badly poisoned. Okay, so now that's on a timer. Hopefully the aura... The... status move that Abomasnow used should be wearing off in a little bit. So, yep, there it goes. It wore off. So, if we do another Poison Jab, that should do a lot more. Earthquake. Fair. Crit. Okay. So it knows Aqua Tail, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Crunch, I believe. So, actually, yeah, Bob should be good. Then we can paralyze the next guy. I hope Bob's a bit faster than the Gyarados. Ah. I was afraid of that. Alrighty then. Yeah, that should knock it down to half. It's got Stone Edge, so probably not good to do that. Water. Yeah, Scott's probably the best one to throw in here. Maybe get a flinch off. Ah, shucks. We are faster than it though, so we should be able to knock it out here. And then maybe Dragon Rush the next one. $60-60. Poltergeist. We are normal type, so it shouldn't be able to use its ghost type moves. I think it still has like some normal type moves as well that I can use, but I'm not normal. Yeah, normal and grass type moves you can use, but this should actually knock it out. Or half health, that's good. That might make a difference in the speed tie. Ah, that definitely is. Oh, that's a bit scary. Yeah, there goes the attack. And special attack and speed. Alright. Fight? Oh, Will-O-Wisp. That sucks, but if we're still good enough, we might be able to knock it out. Yeah, alrighty. Yeah, hurt by the burn. Oh, it's an Amoonguss! No! We're gonna get knocked out by an Amoonguss. Yeah, it's poison, so... honestly, it might just be a good idea to get the Shed Tail in. Since I think he's gonna die from burn anyways. 1 HP. Then get our Pyro back out to get some burn damage out. Yeah, that's not going to do a lot. Perfect. So this should knock it out. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, we're asleep. That's not good. At least we have the substitute still up, so we still at least get one more shot. Did not mean to switch. To think that I, Cassiopeia, would be backed into a corner like this. Didn't they say they moved the other person to Galar? I guess doesn't make sense with that. Oh yeah, it's you. Alright, I'm 90% sure you're a ghost type, so... Yes, very well. Since I will have to terrestrialize my Pokemon. Oh, we get to see the Terra type on it. And pop! Yep, there it goes. Yeah, we're all fast asleep. Shadow Ball, no! Yeah, that's going to knock that down. Alright, we got the substitutes still. So... we just need to get one of these off. But that's not good. Come on, you can tank a hit. Alright, Pyro, you need to wake up on this turn. Ah. Alrighty, well, Pyro's going down. Let's see. I think Willy is our best chance to get it out. And I think with a couple of water pulses, we should hopefully get it down. Yeah. I hope this does a lot. Oh. Oh no. Confuse. Okay. So if it hits itself in confusion, I think we win. Otherwise, I think we lose. Come on. Ah, no. Well... let's see if maybe we can get a dark type move in before we faint. And... it technically doesn't matter, but just for the aesthetic of it. Go! Flower Crown! Alright, we did go first. Oh, that's not super effective. Uh-oh. Do take a step back, please. Let's make it dangerous. Ah, it's gonna hit. Torch Song. Ah. Shoot. And a special attack rose. Well, we actually got pretty close with that. I can't remember if burn takes effect now or in the next turn. Oh, we actually get a turn. Alright. I guess we could try this. Yeah, I figured that wasn't going to knock it out. So close. Honestly, if we didn't get the effect score from the Amoonguss, I think we would have won. Yep. Pop. Pop. And yeah. I think we actually can win that. Yep, Pokemon Center. I will say probably switching Ivy in first as our first Pokemon is better than having Smiles in. But apart from that, I think we're going to be fine. We were so close with that. Oh, we forgot to heal up. That's alright. We can absolutely take down the director. I kind of don't feel... I feel like he's pulling a feint here, because I don't think he's Cassie. Or at least I don't think he's the big boss. Because they said they sent it away to Galar. And if he was the... Excuse me, if he was the director during that time frame, that means there would have been someone else that was sent away. Yeah, Ivy. And I think we should be good now. Yep. And we have already just read this. Yada yada yada, you were Mr. Cowboy. Yeah, we already knew that. Yep, it definitely was. Punishing thing. You know, I still doubt it. Alrighty. The music from this guy is kind of interesting. With this battle, I finally bring Team Star to an end. Oh, is it because I'm the boss now? Since I have them all, he just has to defeat me to take them? I guess that is kind of clever. Yep, there goes one shot of them down. Not another yawn. You know, I think a way to get around that is to just U-turn out. And then we can go into... Who's probably a good guy to use? You know what? Smiles just got a level. Let's put Smiles out. I think we're gonna have to use the Smiles as a toxic for the Gyarados. Bomb of Snow. Yeah, ground doesn't do well against ice, so we might as well switch. There's a snow warning. So let's go with Pyro. Yep, there we go. There's the Aurora Veil. Alright, just get a super effective in. Perfect. Wood Hammer, that's not good. Can't afford to lose any health. I think that, yep, there comes the Gyarados. So we're gonna switch. Throw out the Toxic. This is gonna knock out Smiles. Yep, attack fell. Yep. I used Earthquake first. That's not good. Need to get a Toxic off first. Come on. Yeah. Get the heal up from that. Alrighty. My question is, do I want to switch or do I want to have Smiles faint? Just a side duck in the corner. I think we're gonna risk... this didn't do a lot last time, because he does have Stone Edge. And it does knock out Bob in one shot. Yeah, I think for the moment we might as well get at least some damage off. Alright. No stop, which means the Aurora Veil is also going to stop. Now I'm pretty sure Bob is not going to be able to outspeed it, so... I think it was Scott we used to get rid of it last time. Yeah, because Pyro's not going to be helpful, and... Might be, if Scott doesn't work, we might throw an Ivy to deal with it. Yeah, flinch and couldn't move. Alright. I think Bite should be able to knock it out. Yeah. Alrighty. Poltergeist, that's right. So we keep the Skotten with this. And we could just bite it down. Probably gonna Shell Smash. I had Will-O-Wisp first. And there goes the burn. And bites once more. That should be fine. No, we were so close. Oh, we got rid of the burn this time, though, so that should be good. I think if it does to the side, yeah. Ah, crit hit. Well, at least we're not going to be burned. That might make a difference. There's that one. I think we're going to have Scott get knocked out. Actually, we could probably just U-turn it. And then bring back out Pyro. There we go. Perfect. And just a Bitter Blade, get some health back. Up. And yeah, it's you. I think we could just try to get you out of this. To think that I, Cassiopeia, would be backed into a corner like this. Still don't think it's you, bud, but alrighty. Yeah, Dark is super effective against it. That's weird. Very well, it seems I will have to tear up my Pokemon. Yep, there he goes. And Shadow Claw. Oh, right, it's... Since he terrored it, it becomes not... yeah, it just becomes a single fire type now, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's why it didn't do anything. And I guess we just keep Shadow Clawing it down. You take a step back, please. Just make it dangerous. Unfortunately, that's not going to do much for you. Haha. Yeah, it's not very effective, so I just get another one of these down. That's going to probably knock us out, but I think we actually did a lot better this time than last. And Willie should be able to just knock it out. With a single Water Pulse. Yeah. There we go. And we defeated Director Calvel. How strong you have grown. I have indeed. Well now, Mr. Navillow. Seems you have grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here, once again, I must apologize. Yeah, that's what I thought. I am not actually Cassiopeia, though Clive and myself Being the same person with no line, mind you. Right, right. Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden. But I believe I have hazarded a guess as to who they may be. That is why I sought you to spare you from having to confront them in battle. Their sorrows cannot be yours to bear. However, they have settled on a course of action and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could hope to stand with them and win, so I challenged you to a battle to test your skill. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. So much was my resolve. But it turns out, you are as strong as you are kind. Anyone has a chance of saving that poor child, it surely is you. Yeah, I definitely ignored the time we lost you, but yeah. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task. Please, defeat Cassiopeia, take on the big boss of Team Star, and win. Yes, sir. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I leave this in your hands. There. What do you think you're doing? Uh-oh. Ah, Miss Time. A pleasure to see you. No pleasure at all, Mr. Calvel. I come here to investigate reports of an illicit battle on school grounds, and what do I find? Quite the director of the academy himself, hitting off against one of our students, no less. What were you thinking? No, if you could just explain. See, there's a rather sad tale. Ouch, spare me. Your excuses reek worse than a skunky's behind. A skunky's behind? Remember, the big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I am counting on you, Mr. Navillow. You will write a letter of apology to the students and faculty at once. Miss Time. And I will be reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board, make no mistake. Oh, good gracious, no, anything but that, please, I implore you. Poor Professor Calvel. So we gotta go in the night, dark night, for battle against Cassiopeia in the schoolyard. Alright. Oh yeah, we were right there. So, it is pretty early in the day, because we spent all night battling him. So, I guess that means we should probably go explore the lighthouse then, until dark comes around. Then we can come back here. But yeah, I figured he couldn't be Cassiopeia because the timeline didn't make sense. I forget where the Pokemon centers are, but there should be one out here. And then we can go fly back to the... Actually, we could go quickly explore the... What's it called? The sealed doorway that was back this way. I think there was also a spike over here as well. Or maybe even a couple of them. Up. Yes, I'd like to heal my Pokemon. Alrighty, let's put Bob at front of our team. We can go try climbing up these. Yeah, there is something up there. That is a famous professor. Alrighty. I think I know who he is. I'm gonna go meet him in a second. Forewarn. You don't need to do that. Even though we are a couple levels high, I think this should still knock it out. Or maybe if not, if it's a tool. Yeah, we're good. Alrighty. Hit 3 times. And a Geoffrey. And a good wild charge. Actually, we got an arm thrust with that as well. There we go. Good job, Bob. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Anything else that's cool up here? Ah, he was making a cool beat. That seems kind of... Oh, that's a summer one, isn't it? Yeah. Never mind. I was gonna say, it's a weird place to have a winter version of those guys, but... It's a summer. Or, actually, I think that might be the spring one, but... Either way. I wonder what's up there. Yeah, X attack. Ah, there's a sword thing. Ah, yes, please. Crumbled and vanished. Let's see, can we see any others from up here? Doesn't look like it. I think there's one down here, though. Now that feels like it should be something. Yeah, an item. Antidote. Yeah, here's something. I will pull out the stake. Just in case it decides to do something different. Just before we go to the lighthouse. Excuse me. I want to go see what is up with the doorway. Yeah, you can kind of see it from over here. Let's see if there's something cool with it. And bop. Ah, ground terror shard. I ran over a flamingo. I don't really need that. Oh yeah, there's some items over there we can go grab later. What's up with this? Oh, okay, so I guess we gotta find 3 more of these somewhere in the world. Maybe, I don't know. Ah! Oh, anyways, I think it's time to go to the lighthouse. After we go explore this wall. Boop. Up. An Ultra Ball. Let's just grab that TM and then go. Up, an extra rain dance. Well, back to the lab we go. I wonder if there's some more doors for each of the different stakes we found. Probably. We just gotta go around and find them, I guess. Ah, small child. Maybe something for a future stream. Sounded like there was a coin guy over here as well. Ah, we can actually go back to the cave. Let's see, what is up this way? Ah, a chest. I guess we can go battle one of them. Level 5. I guess since it's not going to have another effect, we might as well dig. Yep, critical hit. Probably not needed, but alright. 50 coins. I guess we could check how many coins we have in a minute. Oop. Alright, there's a team on top of the building, though. Seriously, you beat me here? That is a surprise, considering I did go battle the director. Twice. Oh, this is the lab. I used to come here to play all the time when I was a kid. Probably shouldn't have been left in the laboratory, alright, but you do you. There'd better be a good reason for her calling us here like this. Well, let's go find out. Yeah, let's go find out. Everyone always says he's some kind of genius and absolutely brilliant as a Pokémon professor. My dad, that is. But let me tell you, as a parent, he's the worst. All he ever does is work, he never comes home. I don't have a single memory of him ever, even playing with me. His own kid. Oh, that's sad. The boss is the only one who was there for me. Always. So that's why you wanted to make him all better. Anyway, it's open now, so go on in. Oh, you're coming in with me too, bud. I just want to get this over with. In we go. Ooh, pre-rendered cutscene. Wow. Must have had a motion sensor on the door. I need your help. Oh. Okay. I am currently at the deepest point in Area Zero, the Great Crater of Paldea. Ooh. I've been researching the unique Pokemon here for a very long time. I'm asking the two of you to lend a hand. Help carry out the final step of the great Professor Turo's glorious research. What would that be? The final step? But there's something we need first. Something that can be found within the lab. What we need is the Violet Book. The Violet Book? That's like the thing on the game. What do you mean this book? Ah, so you took it from the lab, did you, Arven? This expedites things. Bring the Violet Book to the deepest parts of Area Zero. I promise that it'll come with an experience worth treasuring it if you come. Alrighty. I must note, however, Area Zero is both home to vicious Pokemon and fitted with powerful cybernetic security systems. Ooh, I love technology like that. Seems to me that you might struggle if the two of you were to enter alone. You may take the time to gather some reliable allies before you come, if you feel the need. I will be awaiting you in the deepest part of Area Zero. Whenever you arrive, I think we can get there. But it probably might be good to have Nemona and maybe even the champion. Area Zero. That place is bad news. It was down in Area Zero that Mad Bostov got wounded in the first place. Down in the Great Crater Paldea. You went down there? You're not supposed to go down there. In all honesty, I'd be perfectly happy to never see that place again. Alright, just give me the book then. Might find our treasure there. Our treasure, huh? Yeah, I suppose that was the assignment we were given. And I can't just stand by and watch while a friend heads off into danger on his own. Aw, he called us his friend. Oh, I guess I'm going too. Guys, I like to give Dad a piece of my mind. There you go. Get to yell at him for all the stuff. Alright then, Nav. Outside. We're gonna have a Pokemon battle to see if we're ready to head into Area Zero or not. Mostly to see if I'm ready to go or not. So, let's go. Alrighty. Would love to go cool, we do get to explore this area. Mysterious device. It's a bed for Pokemon. Mischief is written on the bits and kid's handwriting. It's probably what its pre-evolution was. Books. Yeah, sure, why not? Enigmas of Paldea. Iron Hands, secretly a cyborg. Ooh. This being's name comes from the one given to an iron-handy entity in a mysterious Violet book. It's said to have fists that move independent of its body and to be capable of throwing large, fast-moving vehicles. A leading theory holds that Iron Hands was once an athlete who became mortally wounded but was kept alive by made into a cyborg. Why it so wrongly represents Hirayama, however, remains unanswered. Yeah, that'd be cool to become a robot. Way too heavy. Wait. Too heavy to open. Wow, we really are weak. Well, let's head on out. See, maybe we can get the TM. Eerie Impulse. Alrighty. Yeah, I think Bob, you can handle it. Alrighty, you ready for battle, Nav? Yes, I am. Oh, excellent. You ready to fight Team Abostiff? Looks like it's ready. Yeah, are you sure about this? Okay, yeah. I can see why you'd be worried. My buddy here is bursting with energy. You never know, he was so weak just a little while ago. Won't leave me alone. Always whining at me wanting to battle you and your Pokemon. Oh, if it wants to do that. I've been so long I nearly forgot, but he always did love the battle. Even if we always lost to that student council cool, the battle fanatic one. Nemona. No. Well, anyway, my point is there is no need to worry. Well, if you're fine with that. We're a brand new Arven and Mabostiff, and we're feeling audacious, or maybe herbaceous. Well, let me get a taste of what we can do. Alrighty then. I hope he has a full team and not just the one Pokemon. Yeah, he has a full team. Alrighty. Pokemon that I met on our hunt for the Herbia Mystica are all my stars, every single one of them. 6 Pokemon as well. I think we should be fine. Although I kind of wish we had a stronger fighting type move. Not an Earthquake. Good thing I didn't dig there. We might as well get an Arm Thrust off. Maybe we can get a 5 in. Oh, we actually got a 5 in. Cool. And Paralysis? No. Oh, you did a lot of damage there, bud. Good job, Bob. Let's see. Who would be good against you? Well, let's give it... Yeah, Pyro's gonna get super effective. I don't think it can really damage Willy. So I think a good Water Pulse and it should be knocked out. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Gargant's Salt. It must be Salt's evolution. Yeah, it is. Alright. Well, I'm gonna guess it's a rock type, so... my hope is this knocks it out. Shucks, it didn't. Got close to, though. Okay. Good job, Willy. Just need to knock it out now. That was the strongest Pokemon he had so far, though. with a level 62. Toadscruel. Nope. I think it should be fine if we stay in. Oh, ground grass. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, I think Hurricane still does more. Alright, come on, Hurricane. Yeah, there we go. And we can get an Icy Wind off. And cool. That's another one down. Scovilian. I think that's Grass Dragon, so an Icy Wind might be good. Oh, Grass Fire. Alrighty, another Hurricane in. Come on, Willy. Yeah! Bringing the Hurricane to town. And a Cloyster. I think you're gonna get knocked out here, Willy, but we're able to take down most of his team. So, good for you. You know what? Actually, let's try Roosting. Maybe he'll do like an Ice-type attack. Yeah, a couple Roost here and we should be good. Alright. Another Hurricane, perhaps? Yeah. Cool. And Mabostiff. I don't think we fought one of these yet. Haha, Intimidate's not going to affect us. Level 63, though. That might be problematic. Yeah, we haven't fought any of them yet before. I'm going to assume it's weak to hurricanes, though. Let's celebrate your full recovery with a glow-up. Time to terrestrialize Mabostiff. Oh. Alrighty. Ah, what is that type? Oh, it's dark. Alright, it seems moderately weak to a hurricane. Maybe let's get an Icy Wind off. If we can. Ah. Alrighty. Let's see, who's resistant to dark type attacks? Well, you're not, but we might try just getting a Toxic in, just so that we guarantee a win. Ah, Psychic Fangs, that's not good. Alright, so he's on a timer now. Up. And let's try poison it. Yeah, I figured it would knock us out. It goes Smiles. Alright. Well, in the spirit of trying to survive as long as we can, let's just get a Scott out. And let's get a good Shed Tail in. Over into Ivy. Oh, yeah, we probably could just use a Fairy type move on it. Ah. That's a good thing we had the substitute up. And yeah, we could just play rough here. There we go. Oh, the time just completely went by with that. Oh, that means we missed Cassiopeia again. We were so close, Mabasta. So close, but Nav, thanks. Thanks, little buddy. Alrighty. Yeah, honestly, we're not super close. Dang. This is the true strength of someone who could take down those Titan Pokemon, huh? Yeah, much as I hate to admit it, I do think we're gonna need some support. Pokemon in Area 0 are super strong, and there are all sorts of weird machines there too. Ooh. I say we need at least 2 more people, somebody with a champion rank skills, and somebody who could deal with crazy tech. You know, yeah, we probably need both of them. I had a student council girl. Yeah, she'd be perfect for the job, but I doubt she'd even give us the time of day unless one of us was on her level, as in champion rank. Okay, so we gotta go take on the Elite Four. But, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. Or do you think you can help? Just try and get in good with them. We'll see if we can get a team together, get in touch if you make progress, and I'll do the same. Will do. Yeah, we gotta find a way to contact Penny. Yay! 1 of 3 done! Alrighty. We did it! We finished the Path of Legends. Oh, that's just a rock. Alright. Yeah, we're still pretty early in. Well, I was gonna say we could probably go battle Cassie, but he's unfortunately not gonna be here, as it is currently mid-morning, and we're also out of water. There we go. Make sure to stay hydrated, everyone. Alrighty. So, let's see, where is the sun? I guess you can't see it from this spot. Well, let's go on top of the mountain and maybe we can see it from there. Ooh. Yep, there's area 4. Ooh, another one of these. Actually, that's a good test to see. Does this get rid of one of the things? Sorry about that. Had a particularly bad cough. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, Spike. Uh-oh. Let's see if that opens, if that opened one of the doorway things. Yeah, it looks like these purple ones are down in this area. Oh, there's a Pokeball up here. An HP up. That's pretty cool. And a net ball. Oh, looks like it's still here. Huh. Well, guess we still gotta find more of them then. Maybe there's like 4 different colors. And you have to get like a certain amount of each to get rid of it. Super Potion. X attack. And a repeat ball. Oh, it's almost nighttime. We can actually go get Battle Cassie. Actually, you know what? What's the rest of our team is like what, 60s? Yeah, basically 60. I think we have some rare candy stuff that, right? Yeah, we do. Let's get everyone to 60. Here we go. And we can keep Bob up at the front. Ah. Didn't mean to run over the pig. Also forgot to grab these back up. Bop. Bop. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I think we just have to stall for a little bit longer, and then we get the final boss with Cassiopeia. So you know what? We can go quickly explore the cave. Maybe there's some cool new Pokemon in there. Not a Magikarp. There we go. Oko Path. And then there's some extra Wingles. Let's see, anything quickly in here? Oh yeah, just a bunch of you guys. Some more Handurms. And Young Goose. Yeah, there is something up here. What are you? Dragon Dance. That's a nice one. We'll come back for these guys later. So I think it's probably a good spot to go battle Penny. Or, no, it's Cassie. We had to search for Penny, for the team's, not Team Star, the Team Expedition stuff. Ultra Ball. Super Potion. Where does this go? Phantom Force. That was a new one. Yeah, and it is pretty dark. Okay, so we gotta go grab this and then head back to the city. Before we run out of time. Okay, yeah. To Mesagoza. Alrighty. Are you just gonna be out front here, or... Actually, probably should save as well. Up. Alright, where can we find them? This is the place, right? The schoolyard. Yeah, this is the destination. It is the dead of night. Oh yeah, wasn't there like an interior courtyard? Maybe we can go there. Yeah, biology lab. Schoolyard. Ah, there we go. Hey! Nav. I know that backpack anywhere. Thanks for coming. It's Penny! Hi there. Eh, this must be quite a shock for you. Big Boss, Cassiopeia, you were both me all along. When I saw you make quick work of those Team Star lackeys outside the school that time, the idea for Operation Starfall suddenly came to me. My skills let me get as hold as much LP as I want, so I decided to use that to tempt you into helping me out. After the operation started, I kept my eye on you as a member of the supply unit. I gotta say, that is kind of clever, especially since you can hack the bank accounts of people and just get money. So you could pretty much buy whatever you wanted. And and I had to battle the bosses, and I had English. I had you battle the bosses on my behalf, all for the goal of defeating me and putting an end to Team Star once and for all. But still, there's a part of me that wants Team Star to live on. I just can't roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? Yeah, I think so. Thanks. Clive! Sorry to keep you. A letter of apology. This time I had, preparations that took me longer than expected. That voice. That voice. You, Clive? Hey. So it was you after. No, is that you, Cassiopeia? In the flesh, I've got a task for you, Clive, if you accept it. I want you to record what happens next so I can send a video to Team Star. They need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay, will do. We're gonna get recorded. Then allow me to introduce myself properly. I am the big boss of Team Star. The name's Cassiopeia. No, can you? Now, bow down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder. That's cute. But no, I will not be the one who's bowing down today. Honey of Team Star. Oh. Oh, damn. That is quite a theme. Oh, she could have an Eevee team. That would actually be kind of cool. I won't hold back in this battle. I'll stay true to Team Star's code. Level 62. Okay. Well, let's get a Thunder Wave off the start. Avoided the attack. Not Psychic. Come on, Bob, you gotta get the paralysis off at least. I'm paralyzed and can't move. And I guess I tried to synchronize it. Alright, perfect. Let's get some fighting type moves in. Alright. Yeah, we need a stronger fighting type move. Cool. Yeah, Bug, super effective. Let's go with Ivy. It probably has a fairy type move for this exact situation, but I think we should be able to get ours off first. Not baby doll eyes. That means we're gonna have to switch out after this. In fact, I think I'm gonna switch out now. How are you faster than me with -2 speed? Or not -2 speed, a paralysis. Yeah, and then we're just gonna U-turn back. My god. Oh yeah, the clear amulet. And I should hope that this... You know, I'm going to assume it's going to do another... Why not? Yeah, this music is really good. Oh, it is a Evolution team. So we're just going to U-turn into Pyro. There we go. Oh, this is really a good theme. Not another baby doll eyes. Yep, there he goes. Vaporeon. We will switch out. To good old Smiles. Actually, yeah, it's probably better to get Ivy in and get a Flower Trick off. Since Smiles is at full health. Yeah, you missed. Did I have Prankster? Because that's the only explanation as to what I can explain it. Ah, yeah, crit hit. I think it ignores all debuffs. Larion. We will be switching out from that. And yeah, super effective. And to get rid of its smog as well, if it has it. Lair Blitz. Yeah, and there goes another Flare Blitz. Smiles is going down. That's fine. Let's go Willy. Alright, Willy. Gotta take it out. Pop. It probably has a Jolteon left. Oh no, we just got rid of our ground type. Hydro Pump, you know what? I think for this battle, that's probably a good idea. And maybe we can put like a wide lens on. Like teach it Blizzard and then get a wide lens. Yeah, there's the Jolteon. Crap. Just got rid of our counter for it. Yeah, I guess Ivy's gonna have to take it. Because Willy will not survive an electric attack. He is electrophobic. Yeah, especially a thunder. Just in case it does. Pin missile. Oh yeah, we're gonna knock out from that. Uh-oh. That's not good. We just gotta get, this guy down. Got rid of the Vaporeon, so it doesn't have any more water type it can do. Let's go... Bitter Blade. Thunder. Oh, that did a lot. Okay, we should be fine, though. Just one more of those. Ah. Yeah, we should save Willy for last, just in case something like that does happen. We are back at full health, though. So if this is... I'm gonna guess she has an Eevee as her last Pokemon. Oh no, Sylveon. Crap. I mean, she's gonna Terra Sylveon. Alright, so Scott's gonna die either way. I can't fault you on your battle skills at all. No wonder the bosses fell at your hands. Yeah. Oh, Sylveon. Oh, level 63 as well. Yeah, not very effective. Yeah, the best thing you can do is to give a special defense up. Time to terrestrialize. Shine bright with a starry sky and become who you really want to be. Oh, that is cool. Oh, it's got like a little heart. Yeah, we're just gonna dip there. Yeah, I guess just try to slice it down a bit. My VV power will crush you into stardust. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, not very effective. That's good. The substitute faded. Oh, that's not a good sign. If not a very effective move did that. It's probably best to get it off. Yeah, because that's going to heal us. Alright. I was going to say, it might have been better to save it for Willy, but I'm going to risk it. Alrighty. I hope this does a lot of damage. Okay. So we just gotta survive enough for another attack. Alright. Oh yeah, we got rid of our ghost type. I always forget it just gets rid of all the typings. Not a baby doll eyes. I think it's a little too late for status moves though. Yeah, we still knocked it out. Alright. That was a pretty tough one. Basically got us down to our last two. Get a penny of Team Star. It's all over now. Yes, it is. Alright. It's finally over, guys. It's done. Oh, and we're getting her flashback. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. Hold up. Are you saying we should break up the team? You gotta be joking. We got carried away with Operation Star. Now everything's gotten out of hand. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you round up a bunch of bullies in a courtyard and make a show of them learning some manners. Yeah, but we didn't even fight him in the end. We didn't do anything wrong. Indeed. Merely, we did declare our intention to battle tooth and nail should villains persist in their tyrannous oppression. was a bloodless victory, we assure you. Yeah, we didn't even send our Pokémon. They just blundered and apologized a whole lot. Our outfits must have spooked them good. But the bullies made a huge stink about what went down, and now there are all that. And then they all ended up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There's no way we're getting off scot-free. I guess you're right. Its little stunts might have put us up the creek. I'll fix it on my end, just leave it to me. What are you saying? I'm the one who started Team Star, I dragged you all into this, so I'll take responsibility for everything. Oh, noble and kind big boss. Cannot. Now that the bullies are gone, you guys should start going to school again. Oh yeah? And what about you? I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is, thanks. Even though we've never met in person, you are also kind to me. Stop right there, BB. Why are you talking like that? We'll never see you again. Oh, that's because I need to go take care of some things. Ricky, speak to us. What is thine intent? Hey, big boss, answer us. That does not sound very good. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for everything. They absolutely would have been able to hear some sort of echo from outside the window. Just saying, but yeah, that is kind of sad. Thanks for everything, Nav, and you too, Clive. I'm glad I could see this through the end. Well, I guess this is it. For Team Star and for me too. Oh, that's fine, Miss, Penny. I'd like to check something with you first. Check what? Why resort to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss of Team Star? Wasn't there another way to handle this? Well, I tried telling the bosses that we were done once before, and they still didn't quit. Why simply not order them to? Well, our code states that no one in the team has the right to order people around. I could ask them to do stuff, but I could never order them. So it came back to the code once again. The bosses must have taken it very seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required them to, even leave the team. Yeah, and according to the code, they had to accept any challenge made to them. That's the operation for Starfall. Cassiopeia, let me ask you one last thing. What does Team Star, no, what do your friends in the team mean to you? They're my greatest treasure. We got another treasure on the board. Splendid. Thank you for appraising me of the situation, Miss Penny. What? Now, young lady, there's something I very much would like to discuss with you. Hey, quit with the old geezer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Well, indeed. Well then, before we talk further, allow you to reveal my own secret identity. And with the Sailor Moon transformation, Director Calvel. Just as Cassiopeia was your disguise, the boy you knew as Clive was mine. But why? I needed to wait to talk to Team Star in equal terms. Students do tend to shy from speaking their mind to their teachers, after all, much more so when faced with the director of the academy. Yeah, but where do I even start? Isn't the outfit a bit much? Plus, I have some big feelings about that wig. Well, that's quite enough for that for now. Everyone, why don't you come on out? I guess everyone's here. It's like Smash Ultimate. Everyone is here. Big boss, long time no see. Momo. More like long time no meet, right? Am I only just found out your real name now? Melly. Barely thy long hidden countenance is a sight for sore eyes, my lady. I still don't like them. Have to kiss. So, I heard your real name's Penny. How have you been this whole time? Oh, Orty. We found you at last. We had no idea how worried you'd been. Oh, Airy. We have reunited the whole gang. Alright, gang, on the count of 3. 1, 2, Alla la vista, Cassiopeia, and hello, Penny. Aw, that's cute. Now then, Miss Penny, each of you young bosses as well. On behalf of the Academy, I have something I'd like to say to Theme Star. Imagine he just expels them all on the spot. You all have my sincerest apologies. Come again? As the director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of your situation was a dismal failure. Well, what do you mean? Well, you all told me about your reasonings for forming Team Star, and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first days as director, all I've experienced at the Academy is an environment blessed free from bullying. But I know this place was built on the backs of your hurt and anger, and, of course, your immense courage for putting things right. And so, I'll get straight to the conclusion. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband, and my threat to expel those who did not obey, are hereby revoked. And indeed, Team Star can continue to exist should that be your wish. But they don't have their badges. Oh well. Woohoo, Penny, isn't this great? Now we can all stay together. Oh, mine heart is giddy with glee. But I betrayed all of you. Ah, you mean Operation Starfall? Director Clavel told us all about it. Far from as we heard, he only went through it to save us from getting expelled. They were just worried about us, right? Yeah, not like we'd ever chuck the team out just cause someone told us to. After all, ain't our style. I cannot even believe to imagine how you must have feared for us, Lady Penny. Sorry for making you worry, BB. We're all okay now. But even so... Hold on, everyone. I have more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still more unsettled matters to discuss. Allow me to provide a few examples. Your protracted tyranny, your brazen customization of school uniforms, your unauthorized usage of academy equipment, your reckless modification and shepherdess driving the Pokemon-powered vehicles, yet I go on, your flagrant disregard for school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Technically speaking, they weren't in school. Oh, the outfits, they do have a case in point for that, but the rest of them is not something for the Academy. Thus, as punishment, you will all be required to engage in community service. Oh, community service is good anyway, so I guess that's fair. Community service? Yes. Specifically, I will be asking you to manage the STCs. And that stands for Star Training Centers. Cultivating Pokemon trainers' talents, I plan for the Academy to be founded in collaboration with the Pokemon League. Yeah, it came to me when I saw Master Navillow battling his way through your bases. The base's construction, as well as the battle techniques employed by the students of Team Star, are remarkably unique and creative. I'd ask that you continue your activities, but henceforth as STC staff members, using your former bases as training facilities. And that does the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No, sounds like fun, but I don't see how this would be anything but a win-win. This might be a weird thing to say since STCs are supposed to be punishment and all, but I should totally join in too, Penny. It's true. We most happily would have you by our sides, my lady. And go to school together. That way, if anything happens, we'll be there to protect you. Yeah, we're already talking about how great it would be to have both Team Star and schools in our life. I think that's the first time anyone would ever say that, but alright. This is a sweet deal for us. Oh, what do you say? Ah, you guys. Now, what do you think? I think you should give it your best. But I just... But no need to give your response at this moment, Miss Penny. You take some time to decide. For now, at least, I think our little group should go their separate ways. Not to say that you should break up as Team Star after all. I meant it's time to leave. You're in the academy after hours, and we're gonna have to find you if you stay here any longer. Mr. Navillow, please stop by my office later, if you would. Yeah, I can do that. Alrighty. I know we all got all healed up. Probably a good idea to take a rest. And we can go back, take on, well, we can go see the director. To the director's office. Oh, there he is. Ah, there you are, Mr. Navillow. I wanted to thank you for all your hard work resolving Team Star situation. Not for you, I suspect I would have had to done the team a grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Knock, knock, knock. Ah, who is it? It's Penny. Ah, Miss Penny, do come in. Hello, Director. About the STCs. I'd like to work on them together. The rest of Team Star. Oh, that's wonderful news. Thank you very much for your favorable response. But, I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think. Oh, come on, you're fine. Why so? Is it Operation Starfall? No, not that, because of the other really bad thing I did. And what would that be? What, she tricked me? You know the LP I gave you both in exchange for helping me obtain with Operation Starfall? I got hold of it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokemon League's LP management system. Hey, if you could break into it. Ah, I see. That is quite the revelation. I did not think such a thing was possible in the first place. It wasn't all that. I mean, I'm really sorry and I won't do it again. I absolutely think you should. You should go work for them and try to, like, make some anti-code. I'm afraid this matter is out of my jurisdiction, I'm afraid. I'll have to consult with Miss Greta and the Pokemon League chairwoman on how best to proceed. I figured as much. I do apologize, Mr. Navillow. I ask you to give us some privacy. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess we can go take on the professor. Not professor, the champion. In the meantime. Because I don't think we can go back there now, can we? Although it's probably a good idea. Oh yeah, you are just over here. What's up with you? Hey, Nav. So, you were looking for me. I've been away from the nurse's office lately. You need something from me? Sure. Yep, there you go. Little first aid. An adventure out there from the scrapes and cuts. Yeah, I sure am. Oh yeah, I guess it's pretty unusual for me to be out of the nurse's office like this. Well, I'm actually doing a bit of studying. Thought I'd try my best as a health teacher certification exam one more time. You could do it. I have faith in you. Not totally because I'm inspired by a certain someone working hard at their treasure hunt, okay? We inspired her. Well, maybe I am a bit. But, thanks. Yeah. My break time's almost over. I'll be cheering you on, Nev. I know you'll be cheering me. Feel trusted. Yay, we got trust in the future professor. Let's see, can we go back to the director's office? Or, it doesn't look like it. Let's go back to the nurse's office. Maybe there's some more stuff we can do with her. Everyone's welcome. Glad you're here. She passed? Yeah! Congratulations! Ah, thank you so much. That's what really inspired me. But yeah, you did do a lot of hard work. 10 max revives. But they just tell me there's no room to add new classes this year. Well, I guess I'll be keeping Nurse Mira, for a bit. Well, at least you got it for a little bit, though. As you wait, though, I'll be standing in front of a class that's counted before you know it. And I'll teach you all I need to know about health. But you'll make a great teacher. I can't wait to see you in my class. I can't wait to take it. Cool. Oop. Oh, that's just 'cause I hit the wall. Well, I guess we can head on out. Or maybe back up to the director's office. Yeah, we can probably go up to the director's office. Oh, you look like the same person. Oh. Meant to talk with the person. What's up with you? Miss time? Oh, if it isn't Navillow. Please forgive me if this is an odd question. Are you perhaps watching me from afar just now? No, I just got here. Ah, yes, I suppose you want to be something sorry, like... she's a bit paranoid. Should I put this? Sometimes I feel like I'm being watched. Oh, not by a Pokemon by you, but by a person. Thought it might be a ghost, so I tried asking my sister for help, and she said it's most likely isn't one. She's good with ghost-type Pokemon, you know. Oh! Your rhyme sister. Perhaps one of my students was quietly watching me, waiting for me to ask a question. Maybe. Oh goodness. That wasn't an intense gaze I felt. If you should notice someone with the sort of fire in their eyes, come tell me, won't you? Just try to come ask themselves, I'll go to them. Ah, that's a bit intimidating. I guess we could see if there's anyone here. Let's see. Anyone looking at her? No, no. Did you know? I did know that. Anyway, let's go check the director's office and then let's go to the Pokemon League. Nope, guess not. Alright, well, maybe if we leave the academy, we might have something else happen. I guess while we're here, we might as well go to each of the question marks. I guess. He's probably going to comment about the Pokedex. Register 200. Yep. Pokemon from the mountains, Pokemon from the sea. Pokemon in a place like this. Yeah, it sure is. 20 quick balls. Ooh. A completed Pokedex, aim for 400. See, what are we at now? We're at battle of 314. Okay, so we're not that far off. Let's see, staff room. Might as well go talk to him. It's you. Ah, yes, Navillow from Class 1A. The way you conduct yourself in my class and the answers you give to my questions, they pique my interest. You're quite the interesting pupil. Which do you prefer? Things of old or things of new? New stuff. Ah, you would say new stuff to me, your history teacher. You are a curious one. This may one day indeed be good use to me. Oh, alright. Bit creepy, but simply thinking out loud. Sure. Slightly closer. Okay. Oh, and yeah, you look special. Oh, Navillow. Oh, you're the language teacher. All the way here. Yes, I finally made it into the hearts of the students. Communication is important. Alrighty. I'm just gonna get on going. No other question marks, right? Nope. Alright. Pokemon League time it is, and then we can go to Area 0 afterwards. Let's see. Ah, yeah, figured. Navillow? Penny? Yeah. Something I'd like to talk to you about. Come meet me in front of the school stairs, you know, where we first met. I'll be waiting. Yeah, I can go do that. Actually. Kia! We're gonna drop in from above. Pop. Enjoying the sunlight. Hasta la vista. The six of us thought of that catchphrase back when we created the team. So cringy, yet it's perfect. You know? Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, about the LP thing. I thought I was gonna go down big time for hacking the league point system, but they're letting me off easy. Yeah, what happened? They'll waive my debt if I do some volunteer engineering for them. They even asked me to come work for them after I graduate. Can you believe that? Yeah! I mean, technology is an ever-improving field, and if you have some skills you can use to hack the economy, people would love that. Dr. Calvo and that Greta lady that kept complimenting me, like, a weird amount. Apparently I have an outstanding talent or something. Yeah, you're really good at computers. Sorry to call you out here like this. I'm still not great meeting with people face to face. I never seem to find the right words, but thank you. Thank you so much. You saved Team Star and my friends along with it. You know, words won't ever be enough properly for all of you done here. So, Draco Meteor. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'm sure you'll put this to good use. And one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I can do that, let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking stuff. So, next time, I'll be the one helping you, Nav. In fact, be seeing you then. Hasta la vista. Wait! There is something you can help with. Come back! Yep, there goes that one. Team Star is fallen. Alrighty. Let's see, so how do we get to the Pokemon League? Guess if we just go this way. Or maybe just pop the fence. I wonder, can you actually climb the building? Or is there anything cool back here? This is kind of the area I would expect something to be hidden. Ah, Pokeball. Amnesia. Yep, it looks like nothing else. Alrighty, well, you know what? Let's climb the tower now. You can't actually climb that. I wonder if there's a spot where you can fly on top. I'm going to assume not. Yeah, you can't climb on the building. Well, that's a shame. Maybe we can fly up from the top here, though. Uh-oh. We got spirited away. Where is this? There's like an open city here. Why did I not notice this the first time we went through? Huh. Weird. Alright. Well, it's time to go to the Pokemon League. I'm going to assume that Nemona is going to challenge us to another battle. I'm making my way to the Pokemon League. Let's battle to mark the occasion. Alrighty. A Meow. Oh, level 14. Yeah, we're gonna win. Alrighty. Hit one time. Yeah, you're not gonna do well against the Pokemon League, bud. It is cool to have like this area here. You kind of wish there was ooh, taking on the league. Like you got promise, kid. Let's give you a chance to grow you on. Alrighty. And a crocodile. This guy looks a little more powerful. Bob's attack fell. Oh yeah, you got 3 Pokemon. Oh, let's switch in Willy. I guess that's to keep you from actually going to the league. It is kind of a big level difference. Buffeted by the sandstorm. Let's get a Hydro Pump. That's a cool animation. Bronzong. I think water should still be fine against it. Ah, we missed though. Ooh, Rain Dance, that's gonna help me out. Ah, not a full knockout. It does mean the Hurricane gets to go through though, if I remember correctly. So I guess on this next Pokemon we can use Hurricane without worry. Centraluge. Oh, that's one of our Pokemon. Psycho Cut, that's not good. Yeah, let's send that into a blaze of Hurricane. Come on, Willie, you could stay in. Alrighty. Heh. Did you get some growth out of that? We actually got a couple of levels, so yes, we technically did. Alright, let's get to the Pokemon Center before Nemona finds us. There absolutely has to be something behind the League building. Just in case we find something cool in the Area Zero place. Alright. Nope. Let's see, anything cool behind here? Yeah, there is an item. Baton Pass. Yeah, and you can't climb on that. There she is. The Pokemon League Center. Ah, hello, Navillow. So, this is it. You've decided to face the Pokemon League. The final test you must pass before to become a champion is held here in this building. I wish you the best of luck from the bottom of my heart, Nav. I look forward to meeting you again soon. Look forward to beating you as well. And you're probably here to make sure that I have all the badges. Actually, let me just see. Um, let's get Bob up to 62, and then we can go in. Yeah, actually, let's get everyone up to 60. You know what? Let's get everyone to 63. There we go. Yep. Let's see, how much do each of one of these do? Go. That one, and probably gonna need all 12 to get down. Okay. Oh, flare blitz. Yeah, I'll pass on that. One, two, six. Okay. I think that's good for all of our team. And I want to put Smiles up front. Here we go. Oop. Ready to face the Pokemon League's challenge? Yes, I am. Yuva Academy, is it? I have a total of 8 gym badges, and you may proceed to the interview room. Uh-oh. Not an interview. I'm terrible with those. Thank you for coming in today. Please do have a seat. Uh-oh. I was so far away. I, Rika, will be your interviewer. Let's get started with the first position of the champion's assessment. We'll begin the interview. First things first, let me see how many gym badges you have. You have all 8. Next, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you wouldn't mind, Nav. Please think carefully, as you may automatically fail the interview depending on your answers. Let's begin. How'd you get here today? Yeah, I rode on my Pokemon. Very good, very good. School you are enrolled in. You just said Yuva. Ah, that's right. What brings you to Pokemon League today? Came here to become a champion. Yes, indeed. Why else would you be here, I suppose? Now, what do you intend to do if and when you become champion? I want to battle Nemona. I see, interesting. Tell me, which of these 8 gyms gave you the most difficulty? Uh... Well, this one, looking back to my memories, if it serves me correctly, this one was the Bug Gym, and that was actually pretty tough. We just barely skipped by that one, so I think that's a good one to start off with. I see. And what was the name of the gym leader you faced there? It was Katie. I'm glad you seem to remember. Yeah, because she was the baker. It was the bug, because the bug Teddiursa wiped my entire team almost. Wonderful. Building the skills needed for the champion assessment is no small feat. You must have met a lot of Pokemon to get here, Nav. What is the category of the Pokemon you chose to be your first partner? It was... Grass. Very good, very good. Now please forgive me, but I'm going to repeat a previous question. If and when you become a champion, I wanted to fight Nemona. Yeah, that was correct. Next is the final question for this interview. She's going to ask me to battle. Do you like Pokemon, Nav? Yeah, they're alright. Ah, good job, kiddo. That about wraps up the interview. And let me the first to congratulate you, Nav. You just passed the first part of the champion's assessment. Ah, cool. On your first try too, no less. Don't think anyone's done that since Nemona. But anyway, time to switch gears and get ready for the next segment, where we call it the Elite Test. And you'll be facing the Elite Four in a Pokemon battles. Ooh. Guess that's pretty obvious from the name of the test, huh? Anyway, we're the best as the league has to offer. You'll be facing us 4 in a row, no turning back. This won't be a cakewalk, I promise you that. Make sure you're all ready, then go into the room behind me. Alrighty, bud. Yep, I think we're all ready. Thanks, Rika. Let's see, who are we going to face first? Uh-oh. Blue background. So it's probably either ice or water. Ah, here comes Rika. Now then, let's get this started, eh? Let good old Rika be the first of the Elite Four to take you on. I'd say I go easy on you, but I'd be lying, so think fast. Alrighty. Wish Cash. I finally get to battle you. I've been looking forward to this, so don't give up too soon. Oh, 57. We should be fine. Let's see, it's groundwater, so I'm actually going to switch to Ivy. Just because in case it uses like an earthquake or something. Yeah, Earth Power, that would have been bad. So, let's get a Flower Trick in. Crit hit. Camerupt. We will have to switch out. I'm going to assume it's going to use some sort of fire type attack. So, it looks like these guys are... Well, this guy is a ground type user, which fortunately we are pretty good against. As long as it doesn't use something weird like Stonehenge. Yeah. Bit of damage, but we're still all fine. Now we just gotta land this Hydro Pump. And down it goes. A Dom Fan. It definitely knows rock type attacks. But I guess we can try and knock it out. Let's see, have we battled one of these before? Yeah, it's just pure ground. The smart play would probably be doing Icy Wind, but let's get a Hydro Pump off. Yeah, so close. It's 30. Yeah. You avoided it. Nice. Well, let's get an icy wind in then. Oh, of course you avoid that one. Well, bye, Willy. You lived! Oh, make sure to use that advantage. Doug Trio. Alrighty. Well, we should be able to use a Hydro Pump on it again. A Sandstorm, that's not good. But we were able to knock it out. And you're buffeted by the Sandstorm. A Clodsire, okay. So we're probably gonna have to roost on this. Heh, impressive. You really are something else, kiddo. My guess is that it has thing, so I'm gonna roost here. Let's finish this. Go on, Clodsire. Shake things up a bit. Yeah, he's Terra-ing. Ah, with a spin on the Terra as well. Oh, Earth. That's fair. Haha, I figured you'd do something like that. Glad I chose this moment to heal. Let's see. Let's try knocking its speed down a bit. Yeah, I figured that'd be up. Toxic. That's not good. So, probably not a good idea to heal up then. Yep, hurt by poisoning. Icy Wind again. So 2 more of those and we should be good. Yeah, Liquidation. So we know it has a water type move. And I'm also going to guess it has some sort of ground type move, as it is Terra'd into it. Ah, Protect. That's not good. We need to get off as many attacks as we can. Ah, good, it subsided. Yeah, I think we're still going to get knocked out, though. But might as well try knocking its speed down once more. Yeah, you're not going to get 2 of those off, bud. Alrighty. Well, you did the best you could, Willy. Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, because it lost its poisoning type. So let's go with Ivy. And I don't know if we get to use our Terra Orb in the future, so for now, let's not use it. Unless we absolutely have to. Yep, there goes the crit hit. And there we go. Not bad, kiddo. Alrighty. Talk about unfair. No way was I ever gonna win that one. Still though, what a great battle. Felt good even to lose. Not a whole lot of trainers have the skill to take it past the Elite Four, but who knows? I'm beginning to think you might be one of the few that do, Nav. Better stay on your toes, though. Second half, the second Elite Four is stronger than me. You're up next, Squirt. Come on out. Um. Oh, do we have to directly fight her? Wow. Did you lose, Rico? Yeah, I did. He's no pushover, let me tell ya. I'll be watching from the side. Bench me if you can, eh? You bet I will. Oh, cool, we can heal. Okay, I definitely will take that chance, too. And Hyper Potion. Alright, everyone's back at full health. How many elixirs and stuff do we have? Ether... Oh, we've got plenty of them. Okay. 10... You're fine. That's fine enough. Yeah, Hydro Pump needs a recharge. And yeah, that's pretty much all that. Hydro Pump and maybe... we're still above half on Icy Wind, so just Hydro Pump. Let's see, do we have a PP up as well? PP up, yes, we do. Not that. That's probably good enough. And yeah, let's give Smiles another chance. Yes, I am ready. It's so cool you made it this far. But this is where you say bye-bye, mister. All my Pokemon are super tough. Our weak attacks won't work on them at all. They'll bounce right off, you see? I can't wait for you to meet my friends, so here they come. Oh, we're gonna have to knock her out. Ooh. Let's see. You're gonna be... Well, we just had the ground type, so she must be steel. Go on, Raja. Smush him. Ah, that is... Ah. Yeah, it has no effect. Alrighty. Oh, let's try Earthquake in it. Yeah, I'm guessing it's... Alright, well, we might be in a bit of trouble, but... Maybe if it misses. Ah, Stealth Rock. That's not good. We're gonna take a bit of damage on each of our attacks. Or each time we switch out. Probably not a U-turn time. Bronzong. Yeah, might as well. I think Mega Horn will do some. Well, I'm gonna guess it has Levitate. Yeah. Alright. Well, at least we get a bit of a heal off. So, let's try Mega Horn. I guess we do Faint. Alright, what's good against... well, that's good against the psychic attack. So, since Dark's super effective against it, I think it's a good idea to get Ivy out. Yeah, Pointed Stone's dug in. And let's get these Night Slashes out. Ironhead, no! Oh, we just gotta get a couple of them down. Yeah, crit hit, that's good. Corviknight, no. Alright, so we're gonna have to send out Bob next. Bit of a shame. I think we're gonna have to drop Ivy here, so... yeah, I guess maybe get a Night Slash in. Yeah, Brave Bird. Well, at least it's gonna do a lot of damage to itself. Alright, Bob. Yeah, Pointed Stones. Let's get a Wild Charge in. Cool, we knocked it out. Alrighty. Magnezone. Now, I forget if this has Levitate as well. I would assume so, so let's try just arm thrusting it. Alright, that should get it down to half health. Cool. Got it pretty much down to red. Light screen. Okay. You know what? We're not going to throw out Willy here anyway, so that's good. The special type attacks are not going to be as effective at the moment. We did enough to knock it out though, so good job, Bob. Ingaton. Oop, did not mean to do that. I'm not scared. My last Pokemon will turn things around. I sure hope not. Oh, it's got a gigantic hammer. And it breaks the mode. Yeah, we don't have any info on them. You know what? Let's try a status move. It's time to get dressed up properly, Tinky. Yeah, there goes the Terra. There it goes. Oh, it's got like an axe head. Oh, and you went first. Alright, well, it didn't really matter what we did there then. Let's see. Probably the best thing to do is Fire-type Bitterblade. Oh yeah, it did a lot of damage with that, but hopefully we should heal up with a powered-up Bitterblade. Go, Terrestrialize! Alrighty. Oh yeah, we one-shot it. That's good. And we don't have to heal up Pyro. Alright. Managed to defeat the Elite Four. Oopsie. Arr. Alright. We beat up a child. Wow, I want to take revenge on you, Rika. Pretty sure you meant take revenge for me, Squirt. I don't think I did anything wrong by you. Hate to say it, but you lost, Poppy. Better call the next guy. Oh, that's right. I haven't done this in a long time. It's your turn, Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry? We get to fight him again? Hey! You know, maybe you've gotten stronger since last time. Hello there. It's me, Larry. Cool. We definitely need to go heal up. Oh yeah, we did have Beg. Get that revived. And get Bob revived as well. And we need to heal up everyone. Actually, potion this. And then we could check to see if any of our moves need healing up as well. Earthquake seems fine. Yeah, we haven't even used Scott. You're good for the moment. You're fine. You're good. And you're good. Alright. Well, Larry. It's been a long time no see, seeing as you were the last gym leader I defeated. So you made it this far. I serve as a member of the Elite Four too. Yes, unfortunately for me. At my gym, I use normal type Pokemon since I feel I have a lot more common with me. But well, the boss told me to use a different type here. So, if you have any complaints, please take it up with La Primera. Of course she overworks you. Alright Larry, what type do you have now? Anyway, time to get to work. Alright, office worker Larry. Okay, so it's either grass or flying. Either way. Well, I'll be trying my hand with flying type Pokemon this time. Alrighty. No, you might do pretty well with that. I forget, is Bug? You know what, we might as well try it. Sunny day, that's not good. Nah, it's just normal. Alright, might as well. Solar beam, no! Rutro. That's gonna do a lot. Oh. Never mind. Yeah, that is super effective. For that guy, at least. Restore a little bit of HP. Altaria. I will actually be toxicking this one. Because otherwise we're not super effective. Ah! Miles must really have some good special defense. He just took she just took that like a boss. So unless we get frozen, I think we're gonna be pretty alright. And pop. Good old poison jab. We should knock it out on the next turn. Poison jab. Ah. Would like to get another toxic off before we die. A harsh sunlight faded, that's pretty good. And there it goes. Star Raptor. Alright, it's probably going to knock us out, but maybe we can try to knock it a tad bit down. Figured as much. Super effective. And super effective. I think it's going to be faster than Bob, and while this would be normal damage, I think it would still be enough to knock him out. So let's try our hand at freezing it. Yeah. Yeah, let's get the spread out. Oh no! Well, its speed fell, so maybe we'll be able to knock it once more. Yeah, no, we missed. That's annoying, but we'll hopefully hit this time. There we are. One more down. I'm gonna guess this is the electric type version of it. Yeah, I figured. So, let's try knocking its speed down. Okay. Effective. Not very effective. Yeah, we don't have a lot to deal with it, so I think it's time to actually get Scott onto the field. Alright, Scott. You're our best defense against it. Good amount of damage. Oh. Yeah, that even got me a little bit. I think we can knock it out with a bite. Come on, Scott. Ah. Come on, buddy. Come on, bud, you can hit it. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Leaf Star. Oh, yeah, we'll pass on that. I like Flower Trick. Flamigo! Alright. You're even stronger than before. Guess I don't get a break today. Oh, you deserve a break still. Alright, you're probably gonna remove its flying type. Its fighting type, that is. So, let's try Dragon Rushing it. At the risk of messing up my suit a bit, it's time to get some wind at our backs. Poor Larry. Yep, there it goes. With the balloon crown. Oh, I forgot we were confused still. Still got the hit off, though. I'd advise you to stay on your toes, because I'm about to scatter you to the wind. Yep, there it goes. Oh, it does some more damage to itself. Did a great work out there, Scott. Let's see, I think it's time to try and get our hand at terrestrializing. Up. And bop. Come on, Bob, you can do it. Hey, Electro Bob. Alright, Bob, you gotta survive this attack. Yeah, there you go, bud. Electrocute it. Ah, with a crit hit as well. Oh, I completely forgot. I don't know if we get to use that again. Oops. Well, that took the wind out from under our wings. Ah, poor Larry. He deserves much better. You're a lot stronger than I recall. No wonder La Primera likes you. Now then, I suppose your final member of the Elite Four is next. It's your turn, Hassel. The art guy. Where could he be? I don't think he heard you, Larry. Come on in, Hassel. Larry, you need to speak up a bit more. Hassel. Hassel, you're up next. Yep, there he comes. Hello there, Navillow. It delights me to see you here. As for you, Larry, I see you made Rika do the shouting again, huh? Oh, they're just leave Larry alone. He's a hard 9-to-5 worker. Yeah, we definitely need to heal up after that. Well, I guess we're gonna see if we get our Terror Orb back each time, or if it's gone for the rest of the fight. Alrighty. Are our moves alright? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Icy Wind probably needs a recharge. And yeah, the rest of you are fine. Let's just recharge Icy Wind a bit. Up. And let's go challenge him. Yes, I am. I was, of course, absolutely certain you would make it to me eventually. Young sprouts truly do grow with outstanding speed, yes? But I never for a moment imagined we would be facing each other so soon. Now a teacher's duty is to guide students and aid their growth. But I think I shall forget about my role as a teacher for the moment, and wield all my might for the sole purpose of defeating you. I am Hassel, the Dragon Guard in the final fortress of the Elite Test, prepared to learn firsthand how fiery breath of the ferocious beast feels. Ah, so he's a Dragon-type trainer. Alrighty. Yeah, and he's a Dragoner. So, show me everything you've got and I shall face you with my full strength. Yeah, not very effective. I think it's good to start Toxic. Because if you just want to keep doing super things, that's fine by me. We'll start whittling down your health. Yeah, air slash. No, we're gonna flinch. Alright. Yep, there it goes. A little more health that time. Yeah, there goes the flinch. We probably got one more in us. So if we get this hit off, I think we're good. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yep, heal up a bit, Smiles. You're doing a great job. I think that's poison type. Yeah, okay, so... Toxic's not gonna work, but maybe we can get one of these off. Yay! Perfect, that's the best option we could have had. Great job, Smiles. You're almost back in the green. Flapple. Alrighty. Gonna guess that's dragon, flying. You know what? Let's get a Mega Horn in. Ah, Leech Seed, no. Let's see, how much does this do? Alright, pretty much the entirety of the bar. Alright, that's gonna take our health. When we got back to the green, the problem is that we're gonna lose that. And you know what, I think a Poison Jab will knock it out. Oh, you know what, good job, Smiles, you knocked 2 of them out. I think Pyro's good for this job. Pop. And Haxorus. Uh-oh. We might be in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, Mold Breaker. I guess let's try to get as much damage off as possible. Yeah. Get as much damage as possible. Ooh, knocked it out. And Excalibur. Only one more until you pass. Don't let up. Alright, what are you? Well, that's a weird one. Kind of looks like you're fire, steel type, so maybe we can heal some off of you. Come, oh great dragon, take a Terra Jewel as your crown. Oh right, it's gonna get rid of any secondary types. I want to get to see what the Terra type of dragon is. Yeah, you got little wings. Nice. Yeah, this isn't gonna do a lot. Unfortunate, but maybe if we survive this, we'll be good. No point in letting this drag on. I have the power to overwhelming everything. Lave Rush. We might actually be in trouble. Maybe get a paralyze him? Possibly. No. That's gonna be problematic. Play rough. Okay, we went first there. Alright. Huh, crisis averted. Mighty Dragon has been felled. It sure has. And good timing, too. Ah, you really did it. Oh, wow. Huh. Oh, wonderful. I'm just so proud. Hoi, 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 hoi. Wee, 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 wee. Aw, don't cry, Grandpa Hassel. You there? Want a hug? Sorry about all this, Nav. The old man can really get like that sometimes. But what do I do? I'm just so overwhelmed. Guess I gotta do the talking now. Anyway, your result for the champion elite test of the champion assessment is a pass, no doubt about it. Yeah, you're tougher than steel. Yep. You did so beautifully. Congratulations. I'd say you're good to go, but there's actually just a wee bit more to the champion's assessment. This will be your final trial. See that door back there? Our fearless commander is waiting. The final opponent you'll face in your test is beyond it. Her skills are so amazing, she was able to strong-arm all of us into joining the Elite Four. You won't find him, my dear champion. Though I think you'll do fine, kiddo. You beat me after all. I'll patch up your team on the house, so don't lose, you hear? Yay! I really love your Pokemon, mister. So I'll cheer you on as hard as I can. Well, good luck. They cut off Larry again. Even a baby dragon can breathe fire. Well, guess you got over your sobs, huh? You could do this. We all know you can. Poor Larry. Now go, young Navillow. Your hands may be small, but let them seize a great victory. Yep. Poor Larry. Good luck. You deserve much better than this. Let's see, do we actually get to see if the Terra Orb is charged from this? Master Navillow. This hardly seems the time. They do have it. Nice. You know what? We could leave Smiles up front. Yes, I am. Welcome, Navillow. Gives me great joy that you've managed to make it all the way to the pinnacle of the Pokemon League. Final test is against me, top champion. Yes, all you need to do is win. But before we could get started, I should apologize for one thing. See, I have a trait that some might say is inappropriate for a league chairwoman. I am unably Incapable of pulling back when it comes to Pokemon battles. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe that's why nobody's passed this test recently. It's a bit of a problem, to be honest. But you might actually change something. You might actually manage something wonderful, like Champion Nemona did. Oh, you ready for your title? I want to see the true measure of your talent. Well, here she comes. Top Champion Greta. Ah, it's a Psychic type. I do hope you could defeat me and become a champion yourself. Yeah, Psychic. Not a good challenge for Smiles, so we're gonna switch to Ivy. The music sounds kind of nice. Numia Crash. Well, whatever it was, it's not something we want. Nearly a one-shot. Yes, that was the correct decision in this situation. Please continue. No! Oh, that didn't do much. What's the matter? You're not one to let something so insignificant fluster you. Not at the moment. Give me some more time and maybe it will. Super effective. And a crit hit. Truly a devastating blow that deserves a standing ovation. Thanks to you, Greta. A Go-Goat. Actually, we will be fine with this. I'm surprised you would send out a grass against a grass type, but maybe has something in the tricks. Unfortunately, I will be switching out. And I want to switch in Scott, actually, and U-turn back. Well, yeah. Come on out, Scott. Bulk up, that's not good. Maybe a flinch and then a knockout. Play rough. Uh-oh. Good job, Scott. We should definitely get you out before you get a hit in. Let's see. You're going to use play rough again, most likely, so... best person for that would most likely be Smiles. Although that does mean you're going to get hit by the next attack. Bulk up. Uh-oh. Well, let's get a poison jab in then. Smiles is down. Well, good job, Smiles. You're probably gonna get knocked out in the next one, but maybe you can get a Toxic off. Yeah, Ice. Toxic? No. That's unfortunate. Let's see, what is good against ice? Yeah, fire and a bit of you. Well, let's try fire out. Oh, we do have our Terra Orb back. Okay. I don't really want to use it just yet. So, yeah, half health. As long as we could survive an earthquake, we should be good. Yeah, alright. Bit beaten up, but we'll start regenerating that off. Yeah, back to 100. King Gambit. Let's see, what are you? Ah, Supreme Aura Balloon. Spring from the Fallen. I don't like that. My guess is you're still a steel type, so this should do a lot. Yeah. Okay. Not Toe Cleave. Well, we did enough to knock it out, though. That is a cool Pokemon. Ah, good, it did get knocked out. It's a bit worried there. Maybe paralyze the next guy. Come on, Bob, you can do it. Useless. Ah, water type. Alrighty. Actually, I'm just gonna go straight up wild charge it. Yeah, Psycho Cut, that's gonna knock us out, but we did enough damage to pretty much kill it. Oh, crit hit. Poor thing. Yeah, Bob's used to that, though. I'm gonna switch in Scott. Fight it, and then we should be good. Yeah, there we are. Glamora. I don't know what that is. Heh. Don't think you won just yet. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. What the hell? Alright, cool eyes. Dragon Rush it? Be the light that guides all trainers, Glamora. Or Glimera. What are you gonna Terra into? Ah, rock. Okay. Nope, I think this is the first time I'm gonna try this. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured was gonna happen. Just that I did not want to get it toxic on the field. I'll take poison, but I don't want toxic. Yep, there goes poison. And I'm gonna say, oh, that's flying type. So yeah, I'll try this out. Come on, Ivy. We got the power to take this down. There we go. Yeah, there goes some more spikes. It's a cool looking Pokemon, but unfortunately gone. Top champion Greta has been defeated. You go beyond my imagination so easily. We got a little less than 15 grand for that. Such overwhelming power, such amazing skill. Seems Paldea has gained another wonderful trainer to be proud of. Congratulations, it's my honor to call you Champion Navillow. Congratulations is right, now I can really say you're good to go. Yay, you did it, mister. Congratulations. Oh, Mason, I can't hold it in anymore. Crying again. You Pokemon trainers are the treasure of Paldea. Ah, now the treasure trove. And amid that treasure, the champions are the jewels that shine the brightest. Champion Navillow. Now your duty to set an example for all the trainers of Paldea. Allow me to walk you back to the entrance. I'm certain you'll find a familiar face awaiting you there. You get to battle Nemona. Navillow. Oh man, I could tell just by looking at it. You did it, right? You became a champion. No. Heh, you got jokes, but seriously, did you become a champion, right? No. Come on, it's me. You don't have to lie. Just tell me, you became champion, right? No. Oh, wait. You did become champion, didn't you? No. You, champion. Yes. No. Ah, that's it. Okay. Fine. I knew it all along. I got word from La Primera when you cleared the elite test. Oh man, Nav, I'm a champion, and now you're a champion. Which means we're true equals. You and me, both champion ranked trainers. This is amazing. Now that you've made it here, I've got one thing to say. You and me may be, you and me best rivals for life. No. Oops, couldn't hear you. Let's say it again. You and me be best rivals for life. Alright, let me get this loud and clear for you. No! Sorry, not gonna start till I hear a yes. You know, Nemona, taking no for an answer is probably better than forcing a yes out of someone. Okay, wait. Will you be my rival, won't you? No. Ah, she just defaulted that to that. Alright. Toma, yeah. Alright, you know what rivals do? Battle their absolute hearts out. I'm gonna hit you with everything this time. You ready? Do wait a moment, Champion Nemona. Huh, what's the matter, Primera? The champion has been only as just ended. I believe a rest is in order for Champion Navillow, Clodsire, and the others. Champions must be understanding towards their opponents. Right. There I go, getting overexcited again. Sorry. I also ask, is this roadside really the setting you two want for your first battle as true equals and rivals? Oh, now that you mention it, it's a good point. In that case, we can use one of the Pokemon League battle courts. Surely there's something more fitting, a place with special meaning for you two, perhaps. Special meaning, huh? Let's see. Anywhere lead to mind? Yeah, the beach out behind your house looks nice. Ah, the beach out back, huh? Yeah, the place where we had our first battle might work. But on the other hand, me, it's kind of my backyard, you know, a little ordinary. Any place else come to mind? Let's go to Treasure Eatery then. Is it significant to the two of you somehow? I think of it because you got the Melody Gems Battle Court, as it does bring back memories of Larry. Wow, they really are. Larry might not appreciate the surprise visit. Yeah, they really are just bunking down Larry. I guess Mesagoza then. That reminds me, Nav. Playing the treasure hunt. You know how he told us to go in search of our own treasure? Well, I know what treasure I got out of this. I found a true rival, someone who could stand out to me at my full capacities. That's right, I mean you. I'm so glad to meet you, Nav. Anyway, that being said, I'll be waiting for you at the battle court in Mesagoza Central Plaza. Alrighty. The respect you two share is palpable, even a bit enviable, to be honest. I'm known as La Primera, but even when facing me in the final test of her champion assessment, didn't reveal her full might. And you, I suspect she has found something she can battle without holding anything back. Wow. Alright, well, got some time left. And we haven't beaten the story just yet. Looks like we got 2 things left to do. What does the Pokemon Center say after this? Because you've technically done everything. Up. The rest of the team should be always better. Nice. Alrighty. Oh, we just gotta go battle Central Square. Ah, ran into someone. Yeah, we're still fast enough to get rid of them. Hopefully we could just fly over everyone. Alright, Nemona, I'm coming. Alrighty. And here I come. There she is. Did you know? Any second now. Here you are, Nav. You ready for a battle between champions? Because all these folks in here are ready to watch. Word got around, I guess. Here they are. And out of every single person gathered here, I'm the most excited by a mile. So am I. Even Larry showed up. The stage is set. It's my all-out power versus your strength in full fruition. Let's see who comes out on top. Champion Nemona. Alrighty. Finally, the thing I've been waiting for all of this time. Time to begin our greatest battle of all. 65, that's not good. I'm gonna switch in Ivy, and hopefully that'll be able to knock that out. Figured you'd do something like that. Bop. Yeah, one-shot it. To think I teach you type matchups, and now you're using them to put the hurt on me. Yeah. A crit ahead at such a crucial moment. That goes beyond luck. You got some kind of gift. Yep, that's what the flower gift is. Palm Knot. Okay, we do need to switch out. And I think I know the perfect person to switch to. Come on out, Pyro. Haha! Let's see. Good old Bitterblade. Double Shock. Yeah, hurt by the Rocky Helmet. Used up all of its electricity. Oh. I hope that means you aren't able to use that move again. Ice Punch. Oh yeah, we're fine. Yeah, hurt by the Rocky Helmet. And it fainted. You still use Bitter Blade. Alrighty. Earthworm. I'm pretty sure you just steal, so this should be good. Bit weird that you would send it out against my fire type, but alright. Maybe you got like a ground type move. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, good job, Pyro. How'd you do like my real hard hits? And it feels good to finally let loose. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Up. And another one down. Udra? That certainly is something. Pyro's probably going to go down here, but try to get a couple shots off. Muddy water. Alrighty. Yeah, let's get a play rough in. Alrighty. Double Dunsparce. Cool. That's a Pokemon Larry had. And yep, still normal. So I think just good old Flower Trick should work. Yeah, critical hit with that. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, we should be able to go past that defense up with this. Just gotta get one more. Come on, Flower Trick hit. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, this is her starter. Oh, down to this. My last Pokemon. We're gonna fight with everything we've got. Yeah? Yeah, we've still got all 6 Pokemon. Well, 5 out of the 6. Shine blazingly bright, my greatest treasure. Yeah, there she goes. And pop! Oh, we actually went first. Huh. And there we go. All right. And you did it. This is legit incredible. You're the strongest out of there, Nav. I mean, you absolutely knocked me flat. I was giving you everything I had. And what, I couldn't even knock out 2 of your Pokemon. Everything I... Oh man, Pokemon battling, am I right? So much better, so much more fun than I have ever even knew. Thanks for that incredible match. You beat me for real this time. Aww. Alrighty. Now, let's give ourselves a minute and have a quick break, Nav. Before round 2. Yeah, I'll go round 2. Which Pokemon should I bring out this time? Decisions, decisions! That is a good decision. But, to be honest, I don't think it's gonna matter. Victory Road is complete. Yo, Arven here. Oh, wow. Down, boy. Oh, don't jump up like that. Seems like hearing your voice says, old mass boss div, you're all worked up, Nav. Oh, but that's not why I called you. Nearly forgot. Remember what we talked about before? About going to Area 0? Yeah? Of course you do, you little know-it-all. Got a mind like a steel trap, eh? Well, all the effort you've been putting around in Paldea has really helped make a name for yourself. Built up some goodwill, that's for sure. We've been able to secure 2 eyes who want to go to Area 0 with us. It should have us ready to tackle anything. Now we've all got to get there. First step, we'll be gathering at Area 0. I'll be waiting for you at the 0 gate. I'll send the location to your phone too, so don't be hanging forever. Ooh, dodecahedron. We'll be waiting. Bow wow. Alright. I guess this is like post-game stuff. Director's office. We should go to that. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, we are kind of running a bit out of time. Let's go see what Calvin has to say. Ah, Mr. Navillow, how kind of you to stop by. I must say, I am pleased to see you on school grounds again. Travel and adventure shouldn't really have their place, but is it one good to attend class as well, no? Speaking of which, there's something I very much like to ask you. Please attend class. I understand you have joined a variety of classes during your time here at the Academy. But if I may ask, which one of your faculty members has made the most favorable impression on you? I think we have the strongest bond with the nurse. Oh, Nurse Miriam, you say? Yes, she is a fine practitioner of medicine, most kind and gentle soul. We are truly blessed to have so many wonderful teachers and staff members at Yuva Academy. I firmly believe that our faculty is second to none in their commitment to our students' ongoing education and well-being. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts, Mr. Navillow. Alrighty. We became even closer with Clive. Alright. That's all he wanted, right? Oh, should have checked before we left. Oh no, he wanted more. Alright, well we can go talk to Clive some more. And telling me of your recent exploits. You mean Clive? I'll leave their identity to your imagination. But now, at least forget, there is one other opinion I'd like your opinion on. Considered cool, as it were, among the youth these days. I'll give him something serious. Sure, style. Oh, is that so? I suppose I have indeed subbed with the Academy male students wearing such a style. That the pompadour has already had its day in the sun. Perhaps I ought to consider a change of wig. That is to say. Never mind. Thank you for your insight, Master Neville. This was most enlightening. Yeah. And we were able to help Miss Penny as we did. Purchase this. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you bet. I must say, I'm truly glad to have you one of my students here. I'll take into my appreciation. A big nugget. Cool. Oh, we've got a bond with him as well. Alrighty. Yep, and that's everything. Alright, to Area 0 we go. Maybe we can finish that off in a quick amount of time. Although, we might save it for... If we do have to stop, it will be probably till January. Mid-January, at least. We'll see how quickly it is, and then... Or how big Area 0 is, and then we'll decide from there. Or it might just be something I do in my own time. Yeah, remove that destination. Where is the Area 0 gate? Ah, it's over here. I do unfortunately have to be up pretty early tomorrow. Which is a shame, and technically I do have to be a bit of studying before going to bed tonight. I might have to save that for a different day. I don't know. Just a Persian. Oh, there's a dachshund. Ah, yeah, it's this way. Well, we could just climb up the wall. Alright. Hey, over here. Wow. This is the Izero Gate. It was made so researchers could try to observe the inside of the great crater of Paldea, where folks call Area 0. Our ticket down to the crater. Oh, and speaking of the crater, you know that Pokemon of yours? The one I gave you? Area 0 is supposedly where Miraidon was born, or something like that. Maybe it'll be happy it could finally go home. Not that I really care or anything. Anyway, our two new teammates should be waiting for us inside. Guess we should head in. Ah, yeah, I guess so. The way home. It's been unlocked. Nice. Oh, kind of dark in here. Yep, there she is. Hola, Navillow. Arven said there'd be tons of strong Pokemon, so here I am. Once she heard she'd get to battle awesome Pokemon, she was here in a second. You're an annoying little pest at the academy, but I guess you could come in handy for this. Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. But more importantly, why is it so dark? And where are the awesome Pokemon? Yeah, it is weird that the lights are off. Last time I was here, the electricity was up and running, but now... Yep, there it goes. Oh, now the lights are on. But why? I turned them on. Oh, hey, Penny! Seems like they were on power saving mode. Makes sense. I hacked into the system controls and overrode the settings. Oh, it's you, the kid with the fluffy Eevee bag. I guess my name is Penny. Ah, well, hey, I never actually got to talk. I'm Nemona, I'm in Class 1A. Must be some kind of tech whiz. Do you like Pokemon battling too? Uh-oh. Run, Penny, run! You talk like way too much. The director introduced us. When you need someone good with tech, she is a no-brainer. Anyway, Penny here has also agreed in a second when she heard it was to help Navillow. Not really the adventuring type, but I owe it to you now, and I pay my debts. She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that. But of course, everyone knows me. I'm Arven. My loves include my masturbate and cooking and biometric identification and process. Hello, Navillow. I have been expecting you. And it seems you have gathered a group of formidable allies as well. Sorry, who are you? That's my dad, probably. What? That's Professor Turo. Nemona, student ID bop bop bop, and Penny, student ID bop bop bop. Thank you for coming. Of course, Professor. Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet you in person. I mean, not in person exactly. Arven, did you, tell your dad about us? When would I have done that? To begin, I'd like to ask you all to make your way down to the Great Crater of Paldea. You can reach the lower chamber by using the elevator to your right. Dad? Please proceed below. Are they not on good terms? Must not be. Alright, yeah. I think that's a good spot for today. Now, I said this was going to be the last stream for the year. I might do something tomorrow. But not as long as this, like maybe half as long. Because I do have some other things I unfortunately have to do. But I do want to try to get Area 0 unlocked. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to come back to this tomorrow. And maybe finish off finish off Area 0 tomorrow at some point. Probably shorter stream than today. And yeah, well, see you tomorrow.